I went to Dubai to eat shit for $30,000.
What up, this is Solo Traveler ORD, back again with another video review. This time I'm sure you guys are going to like this one. This is another Passport Sis video of them acting a fool. But before we actually get into the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, hit that bell while you are here. So let's go jump into these videos. Sex tourism in Jamaica. We all know what's popping with that.
Sex tourism in Jamaica is a real thing, and we constantly see women of all races going to Jamaica looking for love. Even in the rafting industry, you see women going there intentionally getting rubbed on in all different places, right? Explicitly happening. But we see that there is a group of women that constantly come to Jamaica, right? These women that constantly come to Jamaica seeking love, and the men that they're looking for love in are the men who don't have much going on. And we see that happen time and time again. And the stories that roll out, 8 out of 10 times that roll out, is that these men, it's transactional for them. They're having sex with these women for them to either get married or get money out of them. Until they get what they want, they're done with them. And we can also make the argument, I make the house for you. And we could also make the argument of a lot of men, they're sold on this false narrative as if that the same life that the women give them in Jamaica, they're gonna experience it coming back here. Enough man get papers, left Jamaica, and are going to a dirty house in a foreign. And that's just the truth. And I don't understand why some of you guys are so upset, because it's the truth. Some of you guys are coming to Jamaica to find love with the men who are very vulnerable. That's what you guys are doing. Some are only can treat these men like shit, but because they know them might get money out of them, keep on dealing with them. And when people are telling you guys that this is what you're going to encounter, then you guys be like, oh, the women who are warning you they are jealous of you and what you are about to get. It's the truth. There's no lying what I'm saying, and the people who are upset about it is because they have been a victim of it. I'm sorry that happened to you, but you guys should have listened.
I don't understand why these women are actually going to Jamaica, some of these places where these men don't make much money, and trying to find a man from these countries, knowing that they want a man to provide, and these men will not be able, they're not able to provide at all. They cannot make the same amount of money that, you know, these women are traveling over there to enjoy time with them will be able to make. They are nowhere near that level. But of course, these are the same women that will tell men in the States that they will not go 50-50, or that the man have to pay for everything, and that they will not settle. But they're going down there to settle. And I think what it is that they just want control. But this is some of the L's that these passport sis be taking. This one here, it says, women leave social media stunned with viral confession about her escapades abroad. I went to Dubai to eat shit for $30K. Yeah, it is that sad. The morals that they have to do to get money, whatever, they will go to these places and be humiliated, you know, just for money. I mean, they will sell their soul for the money. This is pretty sad. It's sickening.
I went to Dubai to eat shit for $30,000. But from that $150K, I will still have to cut out and give to the lady that brought me to Dubai. So I went that night. After eating, they paid me $10,000 that day. It's like,
I thought you said a plate. Sorry. I thought you said a plate of the stuff is
$30,000 for a plate, but I didn't like, they have it by size.
Bruh. No, no, I'm sorry. That is just crazy. And you're willing to do all that for money? Come on now. And then with this, we got passport sis out here going to Thailand stealing. Like, yo, what is wrong with you? Why would you go to a country like this that these women have called these women poor, impoverished, and so forth? And sadly, they will still go there and steal. That's crazy. Which I don't agree with what they say. I'm just making sure I put that out there.
It's not an accident. It's not an accident.
Listen,
No.
I will do it. Wait, can you please touch
No.
my heart, please?
No.
Please, no.
No.
Okay, wait.
When you do, you don't think. When you do, you
I
don't
know.
think. So
I know.
this
Please,
is
I'll pay whatever I need to.
unacceptable.
Wait, can you talk with me 1 second? I'm so sorry. I need to go home. I have a flight.
You can buy again. So
Okay. Okay, can you please?
you wanted to pay for 750. You don't pay. You choose to steal it from the store. So that is unacceptable. Pay for 750. You don't pay. You choose to steal it from the store. So that is unacceptable. ของกลางค่ะ อันนี้ไม่ได้ซื้อ อันนี้ซื้อ
Hey, can't even buy a damn spacesuit. Really?
You will not go back because you already steal. Don't touch me. Sorry.
So don't touch me.
ตอนนี้เราก็เจอแล้วนะคะ เจอแล้ว อันนี้คือของกลางกำลังจะไปสถานีตำรวจนะคะ ตอนนี้เขาก็ขึ้นรถไปกับตำรวจแล้วนะคะ เจอกันที่โรงพัก สรุปแล้วเคสนี้จบด้วยการไกล่เกลี่ยนะคะ เราเรียกค่าเสียหายมาทั้งหมด$500ซึ่งเป็นเงินทั้งหมดเกือบ 20,000 บาทค่ะบี
50 times the price charge. Wow. Yeah, don't ever steal. Don't ever do it. Especially these foreign countries. Why would you ever want to do that? That is like makes no sense at all. I would never ever think about doing it. I don't care how poor or how rich the country is. It doesn't matter. It's just your morals. And then you go into another country that not even yours, not even understanding what will happen to you. It's just crazy. And with this one, man, I tell you, another reason why I stopped doing cruises, especially Carnival, because I started seeing how the environment, how the people started changing, like who was taking these cruises. And, you know, not only for me, the fact that I don't like cruises because I feel like I'm stuck on a boat and, you know, I can't move around like how I really want to move around, or like when I'm used to being in another country. But it's the fact that you're stuck there and you have to pay for their drinks. It's like they have you hostage. I just don't like it. But this is what happens at the end. You see how these people get into it.
Now, what in the carnival is going on here? So, first of all, I do apologize, guys. I've been doing a lot of traveling lately. As many of you know, I just disembarked the world's newest and largest cruise ship, Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas. I'm getting ready to sail back on her tomorrow. Very, very excited. However, today I'm going to be spending all day catching up on the news, so be prepared for multiple videos to come out today, and one video on my primary channel, The Ship Life. So by now, as many of you know, there was recently a pretty big brawl or fight that took place over at a cruise port in California, specifically the Long Beach cruise port, right after a Carnival cruise had concluded. There has been a video that has been circulating on the internet and going absolutely viral, so we will take a look at that video. I will show what I can within YouTube's guidelines. After, we will go over some pretty boring information as far as the ship they were sailing on and the itinerary. We'll talk about the fight in itself and what potentially causes these fights to take place, as well as the potential consequences.
No sense.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh.
Now, if you guys want the full fight without YouTube's restrictions, I will leave a link in the description box below for you to check it out. Now, the cruise ship that these passengers were sailing on was the Carnival Forenza or Firenze. I do apologize, I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it, but I have been on this ship before. This ship was initially owned by Carnival's Italian line, Costa Cruises. However, Carnival Cruise Line here in the United States acquired it in 2020 and then would eventually launch it in 2024. The ship holds roughly 5 5,000 passengers at full capacity, and the sailing in which all of this took place on, or rather after, was between the dates of August 2nd through the 7th, going out of Long Beach, California over to Mexico and coming back. Now, as you can see, when it comes to this fight, things got out of hand very, very quickly. It escalated very quickly, but you did have a overall pretty prompt response by security over at the cruise port. They quickly whipped out some mace. This would thankfully cause everybody fighting and in the crowd to quickly disperse because they didn't want to be maced. And well, as far as we know at this point in time, we don't know exactly what has happened specifically to these people that were fighting, but typically when these things do happen, it is usually over some type of disrespect to some degree. I, as somebody that does cruise regularly, usually it's cheating or somebody that maybe has a cultural difference. They come from another part of the United States or somewhere else. And just like that, you have this beef that unfortunately starts to escalate, and usually it may happen on a cruise ship. However, we are dealing with a situation now where it has taken place at a cruise port once the cruise has concluded. As far as consequences, typically should some disorderly conduct like a fight take place on board a cruise ship, there are typically 3 things that can happen to you. You can, of course, be fined up to $500 per your violation. You can be banned from sailing with Carnival Cruise Line forever, which is the more than likely scenario. And there is the potential for you to be arrested. However, this didn't take place on the cruise ship. It happened on the ground. So what I'm going to assume is likely going to happen, since there is camera footage, they are going to identify all the people fighting, all the perpetrators, and they could potentially face felonies or some type of criminal action other than just being banned from Carnival Cruise Line. They could go to jail. Once again, that is me somewhat guesstimating, but do keep in mind there is now evidence and video footage showing the face of everyone that was involved, and Carnival has the paperwork as far as who was sailing with that particular cruise ship at the time, so it shouldn't be difficult for the most part to track these passengers down that were of course fighting. Anyway, quick little video, that's all we have. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit that like button, subscribe, as this channel is slowly growing little by little. This will be the new home for all of your cruise news, all of your travel news, and well, all of the drama and craziness that takes place in terms of travel. I appreciate you guys. I'll see all of you soon. Take it easy.
Yo, so for those of you who may know this channel, let me know so that I can actually tag him, because I want to make sure he gets the credit for the content that he actually released. But like I said, man, dealing with this passport sys stuff, yo, these women wilding out, have no shame, has no control of themselves, is wild. Well, let me know what you guys think about these videos. Tell you, man, passport sys be wilding out. Fights, stealing, doing so many things you could think of. But of course, they talk about passport bros. Everybody love to say so much stuff about passport bros, but you know, you don't see a lot of them out there fighting and doing all this types of stuff that's going on. Most of you see the passport pookies. Yeah, they be up to, you know, up to no good. They be on some BS. But nonetheless, yo, passport bros be out there, just be doing their thing. So let me know what you guys think about the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.